Welcome back from spring break. We dove in right away to lesson 8.4 today, which is multiplying fractions or mixed numbers by a whole number. And there are going to be two different strategies for the students to get their answers. I would like them to master one of them, and I think most of them will feel most comfortable with strategy number one that I'm going to show you. Strategy one, these are the steps you're going to take that you can always go back in the video, pause it, and work through it, going through these steps. So step one is going to be changing the mixed number into an improper fraction. Then you're going to multiply your improper fraction times a whole number, and then you will divide the improper fraction and convert it back into a mixed number. And so I'm going to show you exactly how to do this step by step. Again, first we're going to change our mixed number into an improper fraction. So I'm going to do 3 times 3 is 9, and 9 plus 2 is 11 thirds. So I'm going to take 2 times my 11 thirds. And like I said in those steps, the next step is to multiply. And the students have learned you take your whole number times your numerator, and you're going to have 22 thirds. Last step would be to divide or change or convert 22 thirds into a mixed number. So I'll take 22 divided by 3. I know 3 does not go into 22, but I know 3 times 7 is going to get me very close. I subtract that out. I have 1 left. So the 7 is going to be my whole number. The remainder is my numerator, and your denominator stays the same. And so you have 7 and 1/3 as your answer. Another example, taking 4 times 2 and 4/6, I'm going to change my mixed number into an improper fraction. 6 times 2 is 12, and 12 plus 4 is 16/6. So I have 4 times 16/6. Now, this is a little bit larger number, and so I would expect the students to actually write out 16 times 4. I know 6 times 4 is 24. 4 times 1 is 1, or 4 plus 2 is 6. So I have 64 6, but again, I want them to convert that back into a mixed number. So I'll take 64 divided by 6, because that's literally what this is saying. 6 goes into 6 once. Subtracted, I have 0. I bring it down. 6 does not go into 4. And so this would be remainder 4. My final answer would be 10 and 4/6. The students could say, well, I could simplify my 4/6 into 2/3, but you don't have to at this point. Okay, strategy number 2. Multiply the whole numbers first. Then you're going to multiply the whole number and the fraction. And then you have to convert the improper fraction into a mixed number. And then lastly, you will add your whole number and your mixed numbers together. Now this one has a few more steps, and I feel like the students could possibly get lost. But if they understand this better, that'll be great. So again, I'm going to have the same problem that I had from before. And I have 2 times 3 and 2/3. So this time I'm going to multiply my whole numbers first. 2 times 3 is 6. Then I'm going to multiply 2 times 2/3, and that gives me 4/3. Now the next step is to change this improper fraction into a mixed number. So I know 3 goes into 4 once, and then I would have 1 left over. And then my final answer would be 7 and 1/3. The next example, I have 4 times 2 and 4/6. Again, you're going to multiply your whole numbers. 4 times 2 is 8, plus 4 times 4/6, which is 16/6. We need to change our improper fraction into a mixed number, so I'm going to take 16 divided by 2. I'm sorry, that should be 6. 6 goes into 16 2 times, minus 12 gives me 4. So that gives me 8 plus 2 and 4 6, which should equal 10 and 4 6. The students could notice that they could simplify, and so this would be 10 and 2 thirds. Again, I would accept either answer. And so, students, I have 3 problems for you to try, and bring your work in for me tomorrow. Number 1 is 2 times 2 and 2 thirds. Number 2 is 3 times 4 and 3 fifths. And number 3 is 5 times 2 and 5 sevenths. Choose either strategy and try your best.